Good morning and welcome to Treetops Raceway Park, home of the crossover. Today we'll continue with the IDRL 2.0 with our sponsor Merch by Meekin, and this race has been put on by Marcus Firegone. Here are the top 10 track times for Treetops Speedway. If you want to reach the top 10, you've got to be in a 9.356 or better. And now here is the current points after leaving Marcus Firegone's track. We got Craigster Sr. in the lead. There's the first 16, and now you will see the lower 16. Once they finish here at Treetops, only the top 28 will move on. That's why you see the red line there at the bottom, and that will continue to be updated. Marcus Firegone was the first track. I'm the second track, and they will go to Funkhouser after me. And now, Heat 1 introductions. In the 442 car, driven by John Connor from Cloaked After Dark. Next up, we'll have car number 49, driven by Cupcake from Rust Belt Racing. Now we'll have car number 5, driven by Diecast from Diecast Racing Team. And last but not least, we have the number 58, driven by Scotty from Nickel Racing. And now let's move right into lap number 1. Starting off, we have Cupcake and John Connor in the front row, Diecast and Scotty in the back row. And they're off. And it looks like John Connor's going to have the jump on the start. He does. Oh, Cupcake gets up on the rail and does a pole vault. But it looks like John Connor's going to take him down. He will take them down into the final corner. Cupcake is still going, so he will get a, looks like he will get a finish. There you go, see John Connor come around and takes the win. Oh, Scotty got up on his side. Diecast gets second, and here comes Cupcake for third. So we do have a DNF with Scotty up on his side. And now let's look at this replay. As you see, Cupcake gets up on the rail here, and then comes around and hits a seam on the track and flips his tail up. And then right there you see Diecast and Scotty getting into it, and Scotty coming out on the short end of the stick. A 10.179 for John Connor. That will not get him on the list. So John Connor with 5, Diecast with 3, Cupcake with 2, and Scotty with 0. And let's move into lap number 2. We have John Connor and Diecast on the front row, Cupcake and Scotty on the back row. And they're off. Looks like Diecast is going to get the whole shot on this one. He does. And John Connor and Cupcake get by Scotty on the inside. You see some contact there. Whoa! Nice passes by Cupcake and Scotty to get around John Connor. And then Cupcake goes by Diecast. Cupcake will lead them into the final turn, and he comes around to take the win, followed by Diecast, Scotty, and then John Connor. Right here you see both these cars get by John Connor. And right here you see where Cupcake gets by Diecast. A 10.898. Still not fast enough to get on the board. So with that, you have Cupcake leading with 7, John Connor and Diecast tied at 6, and Scotty with 2. Now for lap 3. We have Diecast and Scotty in the front row, John Connor and Cupcake in the back row. And they're off. Looks like Diecast might come around with the lead. He does. He slingshots, and Scotty is behind him, followed by John Connor and then Cupcake. Diecast will lead them down into the final turn. followed by Scotty, who's putting on some pressure, and that's how they will finish. And then John Connor and Cupcake. Right here you see John Connor gets by Cupcake and pushes him off. Oh, and right there you see Scotty tries to jump over the top of Ditos. 10.673, still not fast enough to get on. So now Ditos takes the lead with 11. Cupcake and John Connor tied at 8, and Scotty with 5. And let's move into the final lap, lap 4. You have Scotty and Cupcake in the front row, Ditos and John Connor in the back row, and they're off. And it looks like Cupcake will pull the whole shot. He does, followed by John Connor, but Scotty gets by John Connor, and so does Ditos. As John Connor got up on the wall, you have Cupcake going to lead them down into the final turn, followed by Scotty, then Ditos, then John Connor. Here you come. Here comes Cupcake in for the win, followed by Scotty, Ditos, and John Connor. Right here you see Scotty gets on the inside of John Connor, pushes him up on the rail, and that allows Ditos to get by also. An 11.167. So now, let's see where the points stack up. Cupcake and Ditos tie for first in the group with 13. John Connor with 9, and Scotty with 8. And once we add those into the scores from the previous track, Cupcake will move to first, followed by John Connor, and then Ditos. And obviously nothing changes for the bottom 16. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next Saturday.